These strange signals from other planets lie years away.
Right, Dave, who are you, mate?
My name's David. I'm from the pop combo Faded.
Tell us about Faded, mate.
We've been around for a long time, actually. We started doing stuff around about 2000 originally, myself and Dave, the guitarist. We were originally signed to an American label that was starting at the time called Rough World, which was owned by Joseph Ruffalo, that was Prince's manager. So went to London, met him, but he didn't like our name. He didn't like Faded. He said it's a bad name. It's negative. He wanted us to be called Fated. Right. And I went, no, I ain't doing that. And we kind of did a few recordings, and then it just went tits up. But yeah, and we've just took a few years off doing other bands. I've been in a couple of bands since, and then we got back to it in when was it? 2020. Started writing some songs again, myself and Dave, and we just kept doing it, and we've just got to a point where we've, record a lot of stuff. The stuff that we do is all done remotely. So Ken, our producer, stroke guitarist, stroke string arranger, stroke anything. He started producing our stuff over in Sydney when he was over there.
Right.
And then he's moved back to Cumbria now, so he's back on Newtown Road, which is a bit handier for rehearsals and stuff. So we've just continually done that, and we finished this album about maybe...
What's the album called?
It's called Who We Are. We finished this about maybe 3 months ago, and then we just cracked on with the next one, so we're already started the fourth album now. So we just keep writing, just don't stop.
Okay. Right, all right, so Faded, who does the band consist of?
There's Ken McCormack, who's the producer and all that stuff, plays the bass as well, guitar. Fergus Henderson's our drummer. He's based out in sort of Dalbeattie. Dave Bass is our guitarist, sort of songwriter, arranger as well. He's in Dumfries and I'm in Carlisle.
I think it's brilliant. It's like, I think it described it as like wrapping a warm blanket around your title. Loads of different genres in there. It's like 3 decades all wrapped up into one.
Pretty much, yeah. You'd say that all our influences, we're not afraid to use them, to wear them on our sleeve. So there's a lot of different things that come through with our music. The big thing on this album is the production. We've spent a lot more time producing the album. The first album we did was it was like a lo-fi kind of acoustic-y, Americana kind of album. The second one was a bit more produced. This one is, it's OTT with the production. It's just really, really up there. There's a bit of electronica, definitely. We've got that flowing through our music, basically. It's a big influence on us. The label that we're with, Hot Work, that are based right down the country, Southend-on-Sea. They're an electronic label,
right? Okay.
And they put our stuff out. We're kind of called as a lyric indie dance band, which kind of sums us up to an extent. So that kind of that's we've got no genre. We just we'll write every song we write might be totally different.
Yeah.
The next album that we're working on now is more electronica, bit darker. There's some songs on there that are quite folky, really wobbly kind of synth sounds and stuff. So it's kind of evolving into something else. And each time we start recording songs, we write a batch of songs, and we pick out the best ones. And that's where we're at the moment. We're just trying to sift through what's going to sound best on the next album.
What's your bag?
What's my thing? Gosh, I'm into an absolute load of music. Depeche Mode, the Smiths, New Order. I think you can hear that coming through on quite a few songs. It goes back to the 80s and stuff like that. When I was a kid, what influenced me then? I've been listening to I've been listening to the Frankie Goes to Hollywood album on the way here today, because it's 40-year-old, and it still sounds great.
Good music does.
Yeah, great.
It's timeless, isn't it?
That time, the mid-80s, was you had some great films coming out. You had some amazing albums, amazing music and stuff. Obviously, Live Aid happened that year as well. So Yeah, it all kind of goes full circle, and those influences, they stay with you, you know, all through, sort of like the dance music thing as well. I moved to Carlisle when I was 19, 20, in the early 90s, and that's when the whole rave thing was happening, Manchester. So that's always had a big impact on me, and it still does now.
Yeah.
So that comes through in our music. So it's hard to shrug those things off, you know.
Okay. You were saying it's all produced off-site, each individual working on their own at home. That's one way to keep a band together.
It seems to be working better this time round doing it that way. Yeah, so we all, Dave, the guitarist, will send me an initial piece of music, and then I'll go back to him with some ideas. And then once we get it to a point, we'll send it to Fergus, who puts the drums on, and then over to Ken, that polishes it up, puts strings on and stuff like that. So it works brilliant. It's a process that we go through every time, to be honest.
Does it take a lot longer?
It can do. I think Dave, the guitarist, he writes far too many songs. He sends them to me nearly every night, you know. So I'll wake up in the morning and it's like, look at my WhatsApp and think, oh, Jesus, another song. And then, you know, if it hits me, if I play it, I think, right, I've got an idea for that. Then I'll get something down, I'll work on it, and send them it back, you know. So it's a process that we do. I suppose it's the modern kind of way. When I was in bands years ago, I used to go into studios and stuff, and you'd be sitting around half the time listening to them getting the drum sound right.
Yeah.
You know, there's more spontaneity now if you're doing it at home, and you can just put an idea down, and you know, we've all got MacBooks and stuff like that. So
so what are you using programs to record? What's the process?
We use try to think what they use. There's various things we use down the line. We've all got different sort of recording software and stuff.
So what do you use?
I'll use GarageBand just to get the vocals down.
Yeah.
Which it's just to get a good vocal sound. It's dead easy to use as well.
Who we are when it's out now.
Yeah.
Is it physical copies?
There are, yes. It's available on vinyl, so you can order the vinyl. And there's a CD. The CD's coming this week as well. It's online, so there's a link. If you go to our pages, you'll be able to find it on there.
It's pages of Faded Songs.
If you go to Instagram, it's at Faded Songs.
What's your favourite track on the album?
Problematic, I would say. That was one of the first songs that we wrote for the album, and we were going to just put it out as a single.
He's problematic. He lives in the attic. Every dream home.
We've kind of hung on to it, and then Ken turned it into this big epic sounding strings kind of thing. I would say, to me, that's probably. There's so many good songs that we're just very, very proud of it. It's the best thing I've ever had a chance of working on, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've recorded quite a lot of things in the past, but we've got to a point where we've got the best musicians around me, the best producer.
Yeah.
And it's all, you know, if for some reason this is the last ever album, that would be fair enough, because I've got to a point now when I think trying to follow it up next year could be an issue, but we'll see.
Let his reign be over. Let him wake up sober. For once in his realization of what he once had, and now he's gone to the dogs. He's problematic. He lives in the attic. Every dream home. His mood is manic, cause it's static when he touches you.